11-11.
11-11.
Yay.
Woo-woo. Okay.
I'm listening.
She's selfie right now.
Fired. I'm fired. Oh,
She's
I gotta get around the blue. There's a birthday girl. About to do the birthday. Happy birthday.
Selfie in the middle of the interview right now. Goodness gracious.
That's it.
All right. Yeah, you're a tall person, so yeah, you need that mic like closer to your mouth. Yeah. There. Not like you really need a mic for anything ever. But it is the Alynettework in the building. Oh God, do people say that in the building?
All the way in the building. Woo, 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 woo.
In the building. Okay.
You need the boom, 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 boom.
In the building right now.
Do you know you have this DMV thing?
Oh yeah, this DMV thing is on me right now because it's my birthday, and I remembered this morning that my driver's license had expired, and you know, and I can't get it in this weekend with the expired driver's license. No, because I still get carded. For real.
That's right, because look at her skin. Damn it.
I still get carded.
Happy birthday, man.
Like, I went to one restaurant once, and the lady was like, looked at me and was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to see your ID.
Yeah.
For real.
Seriously.
Like, she had a really like, no, you're really like, trying me right now. Like that face.
She was like, don't even
try it. So I was like, okay,
you look amazing.
Know, like, and I was with my other siblings, and I was like, I'm the oldest one at the table. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
her skin, your skin is flawless. I know. I always tell you when you post the birthday videos.
I'm gonna put you on my regimen. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you which
I do. Yes, that's what I need, because that skin.
Okay, I'm in the building.
Yeah,
I gotta stop saying that. I'm up
every time you say, I'm gonna go boom, 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 boom.
I'm in the Femdustry Studios right now. It's the Alynettework with Miss Lacee Green. Now, she is actually, she is the owner of the 805 Wellness Center.
Yeah.
The owner of the 805 Wellness Center, and we are a conglomerate of women here.
But the Femdustry power happening right now.
Yes, fempowerment women, big womb energy going on here. Not small, big womb energy going on here at the 805 Wellness Center. We got to get the sign changed, definitely.
Yes.
But I wanted to bring you here today because you've been a part of my annual fundraiser for a while now. And it's coming up on the 14th annual, Saturday, May 15th. It's here for the very first time at the 805 Wellness Center.
805, baby. 805 Wellness. That's right, 805 Wellness Center.
Yes, it's going to be great. It's 11 to 3 p.m. Yeah. And I just wanted to have you on because you have been a part of my Miss Alynettework, Femdustry,
I can't go with it.
Hot Mama Fitness Fundraiser.
Absolutely.
I had my very first 805 fitness fundraiser, Hot Mama Fitness Fundraiser with you.
Isn't that amazing?
At your old studio. And now it's come full circle, and I'm back here in your very own huge studio as a member of your conglomerate. I'm going to call it a conglomerate.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all together. All the energies coming together, man. That's what it's about. And thank you. I'm so proud of you. I was looking at, sorry to interrupt, those old pictures the other day of that first one.
Yeah.
I mean, and we outside, and we were crazy with it, and it was awesome. I mean, we had so much fun. But like, look how far and look how many. I mean, and somebody that pours into the one thing I say about Alynette when they'll say, "Well, what does Alynette do?" or "What about?" I'm like, Alynette is all things 805, like uplifting the 805. Anybody that needs help, especially women and empowering women. But like, think of all the lives that you've touched and the women's lives that you've changed. I mean, that's amazing. And that's what I was thinking looking back at that. And so that's what Hot Mama Day really, I'm so excited about to celebrate that. My God.
I don't feel like I ever do enough. I always want to keep doing more. I guess, you know, as women, we have this thing called imposter syndrome that we deal with a lot, where we just start thinking about, okay, well, who do I think I am to be doing this?
Right.
And then you get in your head about it, but then you're like, okay, you have to fight through it and just keep going and know that, you know, like, you have a purpose to serve here on this planet that God has you here for, to live out his glory. So you have to keep going.
Keep going.
No matter how the inner voices are telling you, girl, who do you think you are to be out here doing this?
Isn't that crazy that we do? Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't belong. I'm not qualified. I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And the more that you step into it, but I think, especially, you know, going back to Hot Mama and Femdistry and all that, when you get around a group of women that lift you up and make you feel like, nah, you're supposed to be here, and we want you to go even further and lift you up, man, it makes all the difference.
Yeah,
so,
it really
yeah,
does.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
so,
kind of like my witches brewing circle.
Ha
It's just like, you know,
yeah.
we're a bunch of brujas in here just making magic.
Freaking brooms and drums and stuff.
Using our womb energy.
Our womb energy.
To make magic.
Yeah.
Making drum circles and everything out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted you to talk a little bit more on why you got into the fitness industry. Like what happened, you know, like, because when I met you, I was trying to think back. I was like, dude, like, when did I meet Lacee and how did I meet Lacee?
I think it was at Gold Coast.
I met you at Gold Coast Broadcasting when I was working there as an on-air personality.
Yep.
And you came in as a salesperson, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right? That was it. Yep. Sales.
Yeah.
Woo, I was. My God. Talk about always having a place, like letting, you know, being in a place and always learning something and being able to. So that wasn't the position for me at all.
No.
But look, I met you, and all the relationships I made and everything have just been amazing ever since then. So yeah. But
that definitely wasn't a place.
No, like what am I? What's the
I know that they really were trying to keep you as long as they could, because you know you are a woman of a color, and the music that we were selling is Black music.
Yes,
so they were trying to hold on to you.
Yes.
But you were like,
not for me.
I got some other things I need to do out here in 805. So how did you end up doing fitness training?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I mean, I always say, you know, always keep your head up, because you never know, you're going to miss so many opportunities that way. So no matter what, I mean, I definitely did not have my heart in that position at all, sales and numbers and all that. I mean, I'm like, I just, you know, commissions and guidelines. I mean, just was not for me, but helping people has always been for me. So when, and also, you know, just building those relationships and always, you know, like I said, keeping your head up. And so just being around the energy, you know, with you and with Bear and just, you know, Rico and Mambo over there, Katrina, I mean, everybody, you know, it was awesome. And so I still have amazing friendships, and look where we are, you know, now in this space, you know what I mean?
Full
it's amazing.
Circle,
yes. And so I've always had a passion for fitness. I was always an athlete. So, and then I went to Florida State. I got a degree in communication, and with a minor in journalism and business. And so I actually wanted to do like sports broadcasting and all that. And then I kind of got into sales. My family's always been into sales right out of there, and then you know, came out here to California with, you know, Lorenzo, and we had our son, and worked in Gold Coast.
No,
oh my God, he's not little.
You wanted to say, look, no, take that
my
back.
Boy, I know, it's crazy. He's 30. He'll be 14 in August.
Right.
I can't believe it. So I think he was only like maybe like 3 or 4 when I worked at the station.
Yeah, I was
so
a little baby.
Yeah. But you know, always just loved the fitness space, and because, you know, Lorenzo, you know, played in the NFL, we were kind of always like, you know, on a different team, or so I couldn't really felt like I could commit to, you know, a space, or like really teaching my classes or getting into that, because, you know, I've really enjoyed staying at home with my son. I mean, for the first few years, which is a huge blessing. And I think if you're ever able to do that, I mean, first of all, shout out to stay-at-home moms. I mean, I think that they, you know, that is a huge and such an amazing, purposeful position in life. I mean, like, you know, we women absolutely can do it all, have the babies, be the CEOs, all of that too. But I think it's always super, super important. If you can, those years, you will never, ever get back. And so anyway, so I stayed home with him, loved it. And then I'm like, you know, then he started getting a little older, and so I'm like, man, I really want to do this fitness thing. And so, you know, I started kind of, I was at the radio station, and I just kind of slipped like into it, as far as like I started actually after I left the radio station. I got, where did we go? Lorenzo got traded to another team or something, and so then we left and went to Minnesota. When I came back, I'm like, I really want to do training.
I remember that trip to Minnesota,
because Minnesota was the
like,
Vikings.
Yes, Vikings.
Oh my God,
I was a Vikings fan,
right? And I was like, wait, how are you a Vikings fan in California? Remember, I was like, wait,
family from the Midwest.
Yes,
right.
The Midwest. Yes, I like the way you do that right there, But look at
Actually, it would be more like a purple rain, purple rain.
Prince, man, right there. That's, oh my gosh. And so when I came back, I got my national certification and all that. And I actually met Terry, who I still work with today, who still teaches with me, one of my mentors. And I started teaching at Bally's. You remember Bally's?
I used to work at Bally's.
Yes. What did you do at Bally's?
I was like a trainer before you needed to be certified. Gotcha. Remember that was years ago.
Yeah, they're like, we got it. Yeah,
go ahead.
Go train them in the circle in the middle and do
you can go for it. So
here's some dumbbells.
I started as a receptionist and then I ended up being a trainer.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Well, that is crazy. So it's crazy. So I went there and I started training, and Terry actually saw me, and I was teaching. And I got thrown into Zumba. The Zumba instructor like quit that day or something, and they're like, Lacee, you like to dance, like go teach. Go teach her. I'm like, what? Huh? And so I had like an hour to go home and put together my reggaeton playlist. I did. Terry saw me there. Was like, you have a rhythm. You're helping people, motivating people. You love it. Came over, started working for her in a private space, then ended up taking it over, and here we are. So
yes. And that's how I pulled you in. Well, actually, we had you did a Hot Mama event first.
Yeah.
You did Hot Mama Fundraiser.
Yeah.
Hot Mama Day first.
Yeah.
And I brought you in to teach Zumba.
Yes.
And then one day I think I told you this story where I was just like in my grandmother's house, and this idea came to me, Hot Mama Fitness Fundraiser.
Yep.
And this words just came to me, and I was like, oh, gotta call Lacee.
Yeah.
So, so we've been together doing this for a long time.
Yes.
Just fitness of the mind, body, and spirit, and wellness is so important. I wanted you to talk a little bit more about your own personal fitness journey.
Yeah.
Because for you, when I met you, you were probably about
I was probably like about 50 pounds less.
Lighter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now.
Yeah.
And I remember we went to breakfast or lunch one day, and I just said, you know what, I just, if you don't mind me asking about that, because I know, your weight can be sensitive.
Oh, sure.
Topic.
Absolutely.
Especially for us women,
Yeah.
but you being so upfront and open about who you are, you of course shared with me, but I wanted you to share with everybody else, like, what happened, because you did put on a lot of weight, and it wasn't because of childbirth.
No.
It's just like your body changed.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
Totally changed.
Yeah. And I actually got in the best shape of I was always an athlete and always super lean, like I said. And then after I had Kayan, I actually got in I was like, I think I had a lot of fears that a lot of women have. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be so big. My body's never going to go back to the same that it was after this. And I actually got my 6-pack like after I had my son, because I was even more motivated, because I kind of,
you're like, I got to get this baby weight off.
Yeah. I was like, listen. And then, and so I did. And then a few years later, then I stayed lean and all that. And then probably about 5 years ago is when I started, maybe like 5-6 years ago, I like birth control and hormones and all that started to kick in. And so that was it. And I actually took a plan B. That was like one of the things that with the hormones with that kind of threw it in there. And then kind of ever since then, my hormones were kind of like just really weird and I was on birth control for a very long time, got off, then took that, and it just kind of threw it into a whir. And it has just been, on ever since. And the older we get, right, that your genetics play a role in it and all of that too. And a lot of the women on my my grandmother on my dad's side of the family and stuff, they are very a little bit bigger and all that, so your genetics start to play a role in it. And so, and also as we get older as women, and I teach this a lot to women too, like your body just changes. I mean, like we start to lose lean muscle mass for one. That's like scientifically proven, which is why I try to encourage women so much to lift weights, right? I mean, and lift the heavy weights, like lift the heavy weights. And I think too, it's a reality. Like, well, I used to be able to eat a gallon of ice cream and pizza. We were literally just talking about it like before we started this podcast, right? And your body changes. And sometimes that is, the way that I always look at it as is like, my first thing is always like, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a great time. So woo woo for that. Woo. Right. But to embrace your body. A lot of people, when women I train and they say they want to go, oh, I used to be able to be this. I'm like, well, also look at the lessons and experiences that you have now that you didn't have then. So yeah, you also used to be not as wise. You also used to have not as much knowledge as this. You also didn't have the experience or know yourself enough to know like, hey, I like this, I don't like that, and clarity as to who you are and what your purpose is. And so I think that it really, you know, my hormones definitely changed, and I realized also that I'm still fit, I'm still healthy, I'm still beautiful. I am beautiful, right? Beautiful. And because owning your curves and owning that body makes such a huge difference. So I think we get very stuck on sometimes a number on the scale. And I think too, as a black woman and just, you know, as a woman in the fitness industry, we're watching that change too, you know, and just being a representation for, you know, showing real bodies and what can happen, you know, not what can happen, but what happens to our bodies, and that you're beautiful. This hard, chiseled, like, you know, really, really super lean look. I mean, that's wonderful. I think it's great.
But that's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And everybody doesn't want to look like, oh, I'm spitting all over the table. Everybody doesn't want to look like, I get excited about it. No, COVID. You know, but really just embracing who you are. And so that, to me, it always goes back to when you love yourself enough. You want to be your happiest and your healthiest, you know? And so to me, it's like helping women to realize, what does that look like for me? It doesn't look like a number on the scale, not at all. You know, now you have to have your health. We need to know our numbers. We need to know our cholesterol. We need to know whether we're pre-diabetic. We need to know our body fat percentage. We need to know all those things. Okay. Because I always say it all the time, like fat around your visceral fat around your vital, like arteries and organs. That ain't cute. There's nothing cute about it. Nope. But having a curvy body, having what people call like, oh, I got a little extra here, or my back is this way. So you better own it and enjoy it and love it, and just, that's your body, right? But when it all goes back to when you love yourself enough, you want to be your happiest and healthiest. And that's, you know, when you kind of put your health as your greatest wealth.
And I think, you know, you're talking about, you know, as we age, you become more wise. And I think if I could go back and tell my younger self, girl, you better look in that mirror and your body is banging. And my body is, you know, as I've grown, like my body
still banging.
It's still banging. But I've learned to love it in all its transformational stages, because like my weight has moved around so much. Oh man, I like to say I'm like Janet Jackson. You know, her weight goes up and down sometimes. You know, it fluctuates. So I'm like down, Janet. I'm like Janet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, I've learned to love how my body looks now. I get up every morning, I look in the mirror, and I'm like, girl. We'll look at that little tummy. You got that little stomach right there. That's that little worm that keeps you warm right there. You know what I'm saying? But you have like developed so much that you've come to a place where you are like, yo, this is who I am. I'm the curvy girl trainer.
Come with it.
Embraced it
all the way.
And ran with it.
Absolutely. And there's so many women. I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of messages I get every day that are, you know, say, thank you for, you know, I needed this today. It helped me to feel, you know, to love my body. Because one thing that we do as women, you know, you talked about imposter syndrome, but one thing we do is we constantly compare ourselves. Constantly. Right. And you're like, I go back, your body is your body. Your body is never going to be that person's body, or that fake Instagram model who's been airbrushed 80 gazillion times, or like has ass implants, or has, you know, whatever. I mean, or this here or that, you know, it's not happening. Now, I think you can absolutely use that as motivation, right? I think as a confident woman, I can say, oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. Her body was amazing. Well, and in no way do I feel like, but my body looks like this, or I feel like, nope, because my body's amazing too. Now, how about that? You know, and not just an assertive, strong, confident way. I mean, and that just comes from, you know, putting myself first and my health first. And I'm like, look, every day I'm trying the best that I can. What else can you do? Nothing. There's nothing. If you wake up every morning with a grateful heart and you say, I tried the best that I could today, more power to you, man. That's all you can do. What else can you do?
Yeah, there's not much else.
Right, exactly.
Well, you always talk about the 4 agreements.
Man.
And so it's like, what is it? Be impeccable with your word.
Yep.
It's, what is it? I know number 3. I'm jumping to number 3. Don't make assumptions.
Don't make
number
assumptions.
3.
Yep.
Number 2 is
big one.
Dang.
Like if I said something to you and you took it.
Don't take it personal.
Man.
And number 4, always do your best.
That's
and
it.
That's my favorite
That's
one.
it. Yes.
Because your best is going to differ from day to day.
Man.
So you have to allow yourself some grace.
I love it. And there's a 5th one that says, it's like be skeptical, but learn to listen.
Listen, but be skeptical.
Yes. And that one, I thought when I read that, and if you guys haven't read the 4 Agreements, go ahead and take a second right now and write that down, because that book right there, and the 5th Agreement, which I was kind of like skeptical about.
I have the 5th Agreement here.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I have the 5th Agreement here.
Yeah.
I keep loaning out the 4 Agreements, and I've had like 5 copies of that book.
I'm gonna get you another one for your birthday.
I keep loaning them out. Yeah, I need another one right here.
And you know what, guys? I am also a huge Audible person. I mean, too. So I mean, I love to read, but most of the time I'm in my car or running or working out, and I'll put it on, and that's where it can really, get in. But that book really changed my life. And my cousin, actually, it was one of the ones that recommended it to me, and her husband, who's an amazing mentor and like with Michael Jordan and NBA and all that stuff, and she's an amazing, super powerful attorney with Ben
Don Miguel Ruiz. Miguel Ruiz. Now, get those books. Their sons, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. and Don Jose Ruiz. Yeah. Like, I have several of their books here in the studio. Maybe you should come and join my library. Come to the Fenstreet Studios. Yes. And maybe I can rent these books out to you, loan them out. I think they're wonderful. And I actually read The Mastery of Love first, and I wasn't ready for it. But
I haven't read that one.
I went back and read the 4 Agreements, read Mastery of Love. I was ready. Right. Then went back to the 4 Agreements again. So and then I just continued on.
That's awesome.
Reading. They're amazing books. There's a great perspective on life and how to deal with challenges and deal with people in your life, your loved ones.
To me, in one of those books, and I know, and I think that every woman, listening to this can relate, just every person listening to this, is one of the most powerful parts of one of the 4 Agreements to me was when they talked about picture a movie theater, right? And in the movie theater, you walk in the movie theater, right? You got your popcorn ready to go, sit down, you open the door to the theater, and there's nobody in there, and on the screen it's your life is playing, right? It's like, oh, there's me, I'm the main character, cool, right? And you're watching, and then you look in the front row and you see your mom sitting in the front row. And so, you just kind of slip in the back and you sit in the very back row, and you're kind of like, what is she watching here? So you're watching the events of your life take place, and your mom's sitting in the front row watching it, and something happens and you see it happen, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not what happened. And you start to realize that you're watching your life from your mother's perspective. Right.
It's all from somebody, like everyone has a life through their veil,
correct,
through their perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how they see life. And you can't take anything personally because they're just living out their dream.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's like, and no matter what, and then you go to another theater, right? And it's your dad watching it, and then it's your sister or whoever, whatever, and nothing. No, not a single person is in alignment with exactly what you were trying to do. So that's why it's like, just be yourself, for God's sake, because no matter what you try to do, somebody is there. No one is going to view it the exact same. So as long as you are true to yourself, and you can say at the end of the day, I tried my best, I'm happy with who I am. Awesome. I mean, and that's work, right? That's what this life is all about. Life was like, what's the meaning of life? I always say to live. Period. Right. It's a very simple answer.
And don't forget to live out the glory of God.
Amen.
With
absolutely.
all the gifts that He's put inside of you.
Amen. Our purpose. Yes. Right. Yes. But action, right? We're not meant to just be sitting at home and doing, and I know that this year has been a very, very tough year for so many people with
2020 was
man. Right. We are not meant to do that. And I think it's amazing all the ways that we found to connect, and even in here with me with Zoom and being able to connect.
You really took off. Like, I think it was a blessing for you. Like, you pivoted like quickly onto going online and teaching online. Yeah. And now look, you have this amazing space because you were able to pivot like that. You go, girl.
Oh, you go, girl. Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you. And praise God. Absolutely.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity that you gave me. You just hit me up and you're like, Alynette, are you ready? And I was like, let me think a couple of days about this. It's 2020 had hit me across my face. Yeah. You're like, okay, take your time. Take your time. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, you did.
And I took my time. I kept taking my time. Little by little, I built this space, but now it's time to bloom.
That's it.
Yeah, I think, because my time to bloom is usually spring. I spring.
Taurus season. She's saying that because it's Taurus season.
I spring into it. Yeah. But 2020, there was nothing like that. It just.
For anybody.
Wiped everything that I had planned away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was a clean slate. Yep. And I was able to come home and really, take care of my mom who's battling cancer right now. She's battling multiple myeloma, which is another reason why this event, Hot Mama Day, is so very important. This year, I'm asking for nominations from the community for people that are here in the 805 that are battling the disease directly. I have so many people right now that are affected right in my immediate life, my hot mamas. And I do this because, I'm able to directly change somebody's life, just to show them, that you are not alone. We are here. We support you, whatever you need. We got you. We're a community. That's something that's very, very special about the 805.
Absolutely. I 100%. And I think, and that's when I say, I said it in the beginning, Alynette is, Miss 805 and all that, but you feel that when you are a part of this community, I mean, you feel everybody knows everybody's with this, that, someone's connecting this way. But when people that uplift you, the people that come and pour into these events, the people that, you're on was this a 14th, 15th?
This is my 14th
year. One. I mean, and you see the same people there, like uplifting on, and then new people, and they're bringing people. But this community is a very close-knit community, and it is all about community.
Yeah, I have some of my hot mamas that are battling, that have been supporting me for years, and are battling the disease right now. Diagnosed with leukemia. Yeah. This is a hard time. And so I decided this year, rather than to donate the money to charity, I'm going to take this money and directly go to the people that I know that are battling in this community and hand them a gift directly.
I love it.
Because
the last thing people should be worried about when they're trying to battle any kind of illness, but especially cancer or something, is finances and money. And all, you know what I'm saying?
It can be a gift card for gas, Whole Foods, gift, whatever it is. Something just to say, hey, I feel you. I honor you. Here you go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Lacee, for being a part of that.
I love you. I am so, so proud of you. Yeah. It makes me have to cry. Seriously, we're in here,
Don't
but
cry.
I'll cry. I always cry.
I want to give a shout out to some sponsors, though. I want to give a shout out to Serendipity, who is going to come on and get your flowers.
Serendipity Arrangements. Yes, they are amazing. Follow them on
flowers
Instagram.
Now. They're going to be part of it. Also, Pacific by Noru, they're going to be a part of it. They have $100 gift certificate
that is
donating.
Woo!
Bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do our bingo giveaway with that.
Who doesn't love bingo? Seriously, you're a questionable human if you don't like bingo.
Everybody loves bingo. We're playing Hot
Mama Bingo. What's hot? Like, what do we do at Hot Mama Bingo? I know.
People just scream and yell.
That's right.
And just clown.
There's a bit of twerking that happens.
B. B for booty.
Yes. That's right. I got that one.
Yeah,
hey, all the piece.
Lacee has that. Okay, all day. Also, I want to give a shout out to Gold Coast Broadcasting for coming on and sponsoring. Also, Hairdress to Impress for coming on and sponsoring. And S&S Productions for coming on as a sponsor. Always my friend. Third World Unlimited Graphics and Design. Printing for coming on as a sponsor. CS Bio. Without you, this would not ever even be. Oh man, thank you so much for everything that CS Bio has done for me. And who else am I forgetting? Anybody?
Piece of
Shamar is gonna be there. We got Happy Place will be have donating a little something. That'll
make it Hot Mama. That's a spicy mama.
Also, the next door, the winery.
Tiki Girl too.
Tiki Girl, Panera Brothers Winery. And if I forgot you, I'm gonna shout you out in another way. I'm gonna get you, but
and we're doing a membership too. And
the Curvy Girl is the 805 Wellness Center is doing. Oh, and Heidi is also coming on to speak. Calling Mary Jane. Yes, Chelsea's going to come and talk about cannabis.
Oh, awesome.
I also have someone who's going to come and talk about Destiny Champion is going to come and talk about mental wellness, and getting help if you need that.
Awesome.
And because mental illness has become severely rampant during 2020, you can't even go out your front door now without seeing like someone who's battling.
It is so
mental
sad,
illness.
and it took a toll on so many people,
Yes,
which
it
is
really
more
did.
and more why we need to continue to get behind the community. And I am, so grateful that, people are realizing that mental illness is very real, and we're acknowledging it, and that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a big deal for people, because then when you let people know, that's when you can get the help that you need, not sitting in that shame or there's something wrong with me because I don't feel right. Nobody feels right from the past 2020. It just wasn't right, period.
Nobody feels right.
The fact that you cannot be judged and just, and share about that and get the help that you need in this community is a very big deal.
And of course, Miss Lacee Green will be teaching.
Oh, yeah. Woo, woo. Absolutely.
So come out for that. Also, Crave Barbecue.
Oh, nice.
This is the
so
company.
Good.
Yeah, this is the company. My precious Diosa, who she was a hot mama of mine. She passed away a few years ago. Yeah. She was battling, when I met her, she was battling breast cancer.
How old was she?
I don't think she was, maybe early 40s.
Yeah.
Late 30s.
She was so young.
Yeah, she was young.
Yeah.
Way too young, but the cancer came back and it was very
ferocious.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
And we lost her, and I do this in her memory because she was a boss.
Yeah.
Man. She showed up at Hot Mama with her bald head. She killed. I
remember
her
how
energy
beautiful. Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So I do this in honor of her, to keep her spirit alive.
Amen.
And yes, we love you.
I
Diosa.
love it. Yes.
Well, her. How do you say widower? Her widower?
Her widower. Yeah,
yes,
her widower.
He has Crave Barbecue. So his barbecue pit is named Diosa.
Oh,
This
nice.
big, beautiful barbecue pit.
Because she was fire.
Yeah, she was fire. Yeah. So
yes.
we're it's gonna be a great day.
Wonderful.
So this Saturday, May 15th, starts at 11 a.m. right here at the 805 Wellness Center, 4517 Market Street in the city of Ventura, in the alleyway.
Yeah.
If you need more information, you can go to femdustry.com. Also follow my girl Lacee Green here, LaceeGreen.com, right?
Yes, that's
and
it.
At the Curvy Girl Trainer.
Yes, CURVY. Yes,
Yes.
the Curvy Girl Trainer.
Yes, do
and
that.
yes, and I'm so proud of you and just being part of this femdustry and the big boom energy. You guys got to research that and see what that means there. Hey, baby. Absolutely. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
What a great way to celebrate with besides
you.
the DMV, but the big but the Hot Mama Day on Saturday.
I've been telling you, I had my own chair out there at the TMB waiting outside. People
Yeah.
were looking at me like, what is this?
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
My birthday.
Yeah.
And I ain't standing up out here at the DMV.
I ain't standing up.
I'm not. Hair
need a
getting
little
frizzy.
crown.
Had to take a new picture. Hair all frizzy outside in the
You're like,
misty
wait,
805 air.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Okay,
Well,
don't
it's
forget.
going to be a blast.
Yeah, Hot Mama Day this Saturday, May 15th. Femdustry.com for more information about that. And it's the Alynettework.
Hey, Alynettework.
Yeah.
That's it, baby. Well, thank you so much for having me, and love you. And it was awesome.
Well, thank you for being here.
Woo!
Yay.
Woo, woo.